What's up, you beautiful fucks? This is the Butcher bringing you guys the 14th episode of our Scab for Riches series. We are on reserves during the day, as you can already fucking tell. But I wanted to give you guys this episode so that I can give you a little life update. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, we were, bitten by the depression bug. We were during sad boy hours. We were out here. I fucking loved her, man. I don't know, but anyway. I just wanted to let you guys know that I had lost a little bit of motivation over the span of a few days. I had to take some time to really just, think about what I'm doing with the channel. So I took 4 days contemplating my life decisions, I guess. I don't know, but it was a little depressing. I'm not gonna lie, and I had a horrible time, but I had some really good friends to help me through it, and now I am back on the bus to give you guys episode 14. Season 1 is going to be coming to an end here soon. I don't know. I was told that the wipe's supposed to end somewhere at the end of May. I don't fucking know with this game anymore.
Wanted a water filter, damn it.
In today's episode, I have decided that I'm just going to be really brutally fucking honest. Now, I was diagnosed sometime last year with something called major depressive disorder, or MDD for short. It really means that I can fall off the deep end really hard and really fast. And I'm not using this as a means for you guys to be sorry for me in the chat. I am just wanting to be transparent and honest with you and let you know and have you guys be aware of the fact that I do go through these little phases when it comes to emotions, and I can't really control them, but I also do not try to succumb to them. So I decide to take a break sometimes, and I try to work through it. I talk with people about it, and I am also going to be working on getting therapy set up. I had a different situation for a different time that I'll talk about that. But one of my favorite sayings that I came up with myself is, every day that I am in possession of my shoelaces, I am a free man, because I did have my shoelaces taken and I did stay in a hospital at one point for a very extended amount of time. But that's besides the point. Ooh. This game wanted to give me brain. Alongside MDD, I was also diagnosed with something called alcohol misuse disorder. It turns out I was an alcoholic. The Butcher started to get into a little bit of a rage every single time he had a little bit of liquor in him. You know what I'm saying? Sipping back on Grandpa's old cough medicine made him sick and senile as ever, if you will. With that being said, I have officially been sober from alcohol for the past 305 days. I'm 60 days away from a whole year of not drinking. So I don't want to have this video just be, oh, I have all these issues and I haven't gone through trials or tribulations and I haven't made any progress. That is not the case at all. That is actually the opposite, because I am absolutely proud of myself, and I know a lot of people who stand behind me who are also proud of me in my own personal life, because of the trials and tribulations that I've gone through with these specific issues. So I am really just overjoyed that I've been able to make it this far, and a lot of it has to do with the medications I've been on, my support network, and also distracting myself with things other than trying to drown my sorrows or trying to, hole up and feel bad for myself. One habit that I've been trying to break is not suffering in silence. I usually do. I don't usually say anything when I am going through something, and it makes it really hard for me to start being consistent, especially when I'm trying to have an online presence. But I don't know if anybody was able to see, but I did post on the community tab just last night talking about how I've been going through some things and that I was going to be uploading. So that is something that I am going to be using to break the mold. I think being transparent and honest with you guys and staying in contact, even though I am not posting videos regularly, especially the, you know, usual content that I have been posting with Scav for Riches. But, yeah, I'm going to be using the community tab a lot more to keep in contact with y'all and just be honest with you. So I wanted this video to be a segue into me maintaining contact with my fan base and letting you guys know what's going on day to day. And this is by no means an exclusive way of me saying that I am going to whine on camera for you guys and you guys are going to have to deal with it. No, and this is also not an exclusive way of me ultimately being lazy in a sense when it comes to not wanting to upload because I am going through something. It's in no way dismissive of the fact that I have been getting a little bit lazy with the posting. The quality of videos has been a bit rocky, especially over this season, but you know, it's trials, tribulations, figuring out what can work and what hasn't worked. And I know for certain that what hasn't been working is obviously inconsistency. So that is why I am making this video, is just so that I can get back into the groove of being consistent with you guys while also being truthful, transparent, honest with you. And honestly, I can't wait to have the rapport and build the relationship with fans down in the future. So, or down the road in the future. So I'm just really excited for what I can bring this channel. Also, you guys may have seen that I have been posting some shorts for other games and stuff, and there has been no recordings other than the shorts for those games. Don't worry, I did stream to Twitch yesterday, and I didn't post on anything that I was going live, but I was mainly doing the live recording so that I can naturally find ways to get recordings to make shorts and find the funny moments that are natural and not made artificially, of course, or forced. So I wanted to have that genuine humor with you guys there, but of course I didn't post anything, so it was kind of hard for you guys to be there if you didn't know that I was going to be streaming. But that is why I posted a short, and I will be posting shorts over the next however long. I have like 2 hours of footage from that stream, so that is also another exciting thing, is I'm going to be streaming a lot more just so we can have some more shorts and more funny moments that you guys can enjoy and see while we are going down the road. I wanted to finish this video with a more lighthearted topic to talk about. So before I get into this story that I'm going to tell, I just want to let you guys know that as you can possibly tell from the gameplay footage, there was not a lot of items that were bringing us a lot of profit, but we did obtain a lot of items that could be used for hideout, which I don't know why I was so focused on hideout, even though we are going to be wiping here in the next 2 days, but that's besides the point. Something I haven't really talked about on this channel is that I did serve in the United States Army for 3 years. I actually just medically retired from the military May 10th of this year officially. And with that, I have a lot of stories that have happened. I was somebody who jumped out of planes for a living, and it was exciting for the most part until I got hurt. And also a big part of me being separated was the major depressive disorder and the alcohol misuse disorder diagnoses that I talked before. But this story takes place in something that we called IOP, Intensive Outpatient care. And with IOP, we had these therapy sessions that we would have, and it consisted of multiple different things. It was hours of therapy where we talked about our feelings, talked about different topics and stuff, getting to know each other, getting comfortable. But we also did something called art therapy. And in art therapy, we did something one particular day that was something I have never really done before. And that thing is working with clay. I have never molded with clay. I have never touched clay personally. So this was something that was new to me. But one of the stipulations, for whatever reason, was that you cannot, by any means necessary, you cannot make an ashtray, right? And I wanted to go against the grain, of course. So I started to craft mine, and I started to do it in the shape of a bowl. And I'll take a picture of it, and I'll show you guys it afterwards, of course. But the whole thing was I started to make a bowl, and it was a tiny little bowl and everything. And I was telling them, I kept making the point, it's not an ashtray. It's definitely not an ashtray. So then after that day, we took about a week. I think we did art therapy once every week or something like that. So one week I was molding it, and I made a bowl and everything. And then the second week we got to paint it, and the colors I chose were red and white to mimic that of Marlboro Reds. Specifically, Reds 100s is what I used to smoke when I was in the military, and I was addicted to nicotine at the time. So I decided to use red and white and black as the three colors to use for my not an ashtray, right? So I painted it. We got red, and then we got white in the middle, and then red on the bottom. The inside of it was painted the same colors, red on the bottom, white in the middle, and all of that jazz. So it was pretty snazzy, but with the black lettering, I literally transcribed on the side of it, not an ashtray. And my goal was I was eventually going to smoke a cigarette and use it as an ashtray. Luckily, I didn't actually use it as an ashtray, but I still kept it as a reminder. And it was one of those things where I was just being a goofball, you know, doing what I do best, which is trying to get a rise or a laugh out of people during a time where, you know, a lot of people are stuck in this mode of being in a serious thought process. And you know, it is important for you to be serious, don't get me wrong, and of course I have my times of being serious, but sometimes laughter is good enough as talking during therapy as well. So I tend to lean into comedy, and that has also been a very big coping mechanism for me for the longest time throughout life. So not an ashtray is my little story that I wanted to share with you. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys want to hear more stories like that. I definitely have longer winded stories, of course. But that is a story about one time in therapy. I decided to make an ashtray out of clay, but it was not an ashtray. I finish off the recording with showing the progress that I have made this season on my hideout, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to hit the thumbs up button, be sure to show it to friends and family, and also be sure to subscribe. I'm going to be trying to post at least 4 or 5 times a week, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.